Welcome to Motoring Monday for November 23rd, 2015. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. You know, it might be wintry where you are, but it's convertible weather in California, so we're going to show you some of the hot new convertibles that made their debut at the LA Auto Show. And I'm talking about Fiat, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Mini, and we've got a drop-top test drive too. All that, it's coming right up. Volkswagen dealers this week probably aren't celebrating Thanksgiving, but Volkswagen is cooking up some happy pie this week at the LA Auto Show with their new 2016 Beetle Denim. Celebrating a more positive and playful day for the people's car, the 2016 Beetle Denim pays homage to the now very collectible 1970s jeans bug. With all the cool touches inside and out, it's a sinking toes into the mud revival of better times. With only 2,000 of the limited editions to be built, the 2016 Beetle Denim will come in an equal split of both pure white and the stonewashed blue that you see here. All will have a dark blue convertible top made of textured fabric that looks like denim. The interior gets lots of unique touches, starting with a light blue and silver dash. Seat trims have denim-colored cloth with white piping and dark blue leatherette accents. On their backs are some very custom-looking jeans-inspired seat pockets. In fact, the blue jeans theme flows just about everywhere you look inside, with seating upholstery you better take care of over time, and that is because if you ever wear it out, it's likely to be nearly impossible to replace. The 2016 Beetle Denim will be available only with a gasoline-fed 1.8-liter turbocharged and direct-injected TSI 4-cylinder engine paired with a 6-speed automatic. That engine has 170 horsepower. Volkswagen says the 2016 Beetle Denim will be a value model in their convertible lineup, which means it'll be less expensive than the top trim grades. It will, however, have the new MIB2 composition color infotainment system. This is vastly improved over even last year's dash toy with higher resolution, faster processing speeds, and crisper graphics. And yes, finally a USB port. Exact pricing and availability for the new 2016 Beetle Denim Edition have not yet been announced, but I bet whatever and whenever it is, those dealers are going to be giving thanks. The lights of the LA Auto Show were shining bright on the new leather-lined tanning booth that is the 2017 Mercedes SL. A fresh face comes to the SL, inspired, Mercedes-Benz says, by the legendary 300 SL Pan Americana race car. A new grille and LED headlamp ensemble across the lineup creates a new and unique face for the SL to further distinguish it from other models. Standard AMG body styling features the Mercedes-Benz A-Wing design theme. A body color front splitter and details like power dome bulges on the hood are retro touches from the iconic SL design handbook. Opening up its rich cabin to the air is the Vario roof, which can now be opened and closed at speeds up to 25 miles an hour. There's also an automatic trunk separator which moves up for increased trunk space and automatically down when the top is open. The hardware that moves the SL gets more robust and technologically advanced with a 9G Tronic automatic transmission, dynamic select with 5 transmission modes, and an active body control with a curve tilting function. Engine start with a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, now with 362 horsepower in the SL450. Though a Euro-spec SL500 is shown here in our video footage, in North America we will have an SL550 with a 449 horsepower turbocharged 4.7-liter V8. Topping the range will be, of course, the Mercedes-AMG lineup, which includes both the SL63 and the SL65. These start with a 5.5-liter AMG turbocharged V8 with 577 horsepower, and the top-level S65 gets a fire-breathing 621 horsepower V12. The 2017 Mercedes-Benz SL arrives at dealerships later next spring, with pricing to be announced closer to that time. On the more affordable end of the boutique drop-top segment, the LA Auto Show saw the debut of the new Mini Convertible, bringing open-air goodness to its latest generation. As the first Mini Convertible built on the new shared BMW chassis architecture, they tell us this new one is now a premium product. But if you've ever owned a Mini before, as I have, you know they've always been priced like a premium product and are similar to BMWs to maintain. The new one here will be just as customizable as the past model though, offering 11 exterior colors including the new Caribbean aqua you see here. Styling, of course, is identical to the latest generation Mini models and has a power cloth soft top. The top has some unique multi-way settings, including a sunroof option that enables you to open it midway, and that top can be had in a variety of colors and shades, including a new Mini Yours version featuring an embroidered Union Jack with herringbone pattern. Wow! As expected, a number of interior colors are available, including a new malt brown leather with diamond stitching Mini says is reminiscent of a classic English Chesterfield sofa, because that's what you want in your sporty convertible. A Chesterfield sofa. Powering the Mini Convertible will be the same lineup of 3- and 4-cylinder turbocharged engines, all standard with a 6-speed manual transmission. You can of course also option the 6-speed Steptronic. Mini says its rigid frame and invisible roll bar offer increased safety, and it'll have improved acoustics over the previous model. And it'll even be more fun-loving. That's really what the press materials say. The new Mini Convertible will be available in both Cooper and Cooper S variants, and it's going to be coming this spring. Pricing, that'll be announced in January. Since weather here in the Southwest in winter is always convertible weather, we recently test drove the Mercedes-Benz E400 Cabriolet, the mid-price, mid-size offering in their convertible lineup. And the middle ground is a pretty relaxing place to be. As of now, it's the only available 4-seat convertible from Mercedes-Benz, at least until the larger S-Class Cabriolet arrives. But that car is excess, where this one seems by comparison sensible shoes. But they are nice shoes at that. Ours had a sumptuous leather and wood-lined interior that was hard to find fault with no matter how hard I tried. Sitting behind the wheel is comfortable and a coddled experience whether the top's up or down. It is winter, so the heated and ventilated seats along with a strong wind from the climate control made for tolerating it easy. If I had to change anything in here, it would be to replace the transmission selector toggle stick with a traditional shift lever. It's just more visceral. Luckily, what it controls is quite rewarding to the senses. Our tester's 329 horsepower turbocharged V6 has plenty of punch to make this car quick to respond. Its sound and feel, while not as velvety as the inline sixes of yore, is still something you like to ask for often with your right foot. The 7-speed automatic transmission does an excellent job of shifting smooth and quick without much drama. The auto start-stop engine system does offer a bit of drama, but you can switch it off if you'd rather not deal. On the road and around town over rough pavement patches, I was impressed with the solid body structure feel. With the top up and down, there were no creaks or shakes that made themselves an issue, which means it feels its price. At about $76,000 as tested, it might not sound at first blush like sensible shoes, but compared to the 6-figure tag the larger S-Class Cabriolet will have, it is indeed by comparison. But keep in mind, the E400 Cabriolet does start out at a more reasonable $61,350. Frankly though, reasonable and sensible really never come into the equation when you're buying a car like this. It's about rewarding yourself, and in that way, this is a rich, thick piece of Black Forest cake I think is well worth the calories. In a reality check, a few years ago, Mazda and Fiat announced they'd be sharing the next generation MX-5 Miata. Fiat would build their own version off the platform. At the LA Auto Show, the Fiat 124 Spider made its debut. The 2017 Fiat 124 Spider brings back to life an iconic nameplate with suitably retro and decidedly Italian design. In the big reveal at the LA Auto Show, a good deal of reverence to paying homage was made as they sold up its Italian flair with imagery of the first one. And there's no question it looks Italian. The facial features, open mouth grille, and emphasized fender lines make that point, and the angled rear taillights all harken back to the original Fiat 124 Spider of the 1960s as well. Under the hood is Italy too. In North America, we'll get the 1.4-liter multi-air turbocharged engine that we know from the Fiat 500 Abarth. It's good for 160 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque for the rear wheels, and can be had with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission. The Roadster, of course, is front-engine, rear-wheel drive with a double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link in the rear. I expect it'll handle and drive quite remarkably, as did the 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata we recently tested. And that brings us to the rub. While automakers doing joint ventures like this, it's nothing new. They usually take steps to separate the two products well, especially when we're talking about iconic names like the 124 Spider and the MX-5 Miata. But here, the interior wasn't changed at all, but for a couple pieces of trim and upholstery patterns. The only notable difference inside is that the Fiat badge is on the steering wheel, and the problem with this is the fact that the MX-5 interior just isn't that good. Could they not have changed it up even a little? A different instrument panel, different console, and for God's sake, Fiat Chrysler's much better Uconnect infotainment system and controls. It's the least they could have done so you don't feel like a rube who just got bamboozled into buying what is clearly a Miata from behind the wheel. Well, I probably just got myself in trouble with a few people out there, but there is some good news here. The new Fiat allows you to have a true Italian roadster with Japanese build quality and, most important, Japanese electronics. The 2017 Fiat 124 Spider arrives at dealerships this summer. Now it's time for a money shot where we take the hottest photo from this week's auto news and we show it to you. The LA Auto Show even had some make-believe, like the Hyundai N2025 Vision Gran Turismo concept. The cartoon car has 872 horsepower from its hydrogen fuel cell and looks pretty cool. But since it's built for a video game, why not make it 1,500 or 2,000 horsepower? I mean, come on! Be unreal! Well, that's it for Motoring Monday. Click on the link right here and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We test drive one, sometimes two cars every week, and we have a new video almost every single day, so there's always something new. You can also follow us on the Google, Twitter, and that Facebook by clicking on the links down below or up there on our website, if you happen to be there. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.